In the teaching profession, usually every year or so, sometimes even more, we're set upon to reflect upon our jobs. I do a lot of reflecting in front of the camera for you. But in this case, it's a little bit more formalized, part of personal development plans. And a couple years ago, the question came up from my principal at the time: how do you celebrate success with your students? Well, I was stymied. I pondered that for weeks. And as I told her, here's the problem. I don't know what you mean by success. And if I don't know what success is, how can I celebrate it with my students? So that's all I'd like to ask you about. What is success? As far as my students are concerned and their parents, having good grades. Hey, that'd be easy. I just give everybody an A. But is that really success? Or we can look at it from the perspective of the bureaucracy. In fact, my district got nailed for grade inflation because too much of that type of success. But consider bureaucracies. They look at test scores. They make the tests too easy, and you have the same problem. Everybody gets an A. Make the test too hard, and nobody's successful. Now, bureaucracies have their own motivation. It has nothing to do with the individual student's success. So let me pose this: that success, for me, is that the students are able to take care of themselves, provide for themselves, be functioning adults by the time they graduate. Our society looks at graduation as a rite of passage. Let's make sure that in the process of getting to that rite of passage, that they can then move on to the next step. Be grown, functioning adults. To me, that would be success. It's not something we can measure in a classroom, because it deals with something outside the classroom. But it's vitally important nonetheless.